acknowledgement of the horrendous abuse of children at state institutions, the Bishop Casey scandal, the X case, and the release of real figures concerning Irish abortion had exposed the reality of subterranean sexual activity in Ireland and the calculated hypocrisy with which this was concealed. The novel opens with an elderly lady, Mrs. Whittaker, stopping her car to avoid a hen and discovering a flat tyre. When she has remedied this problem, she takes a rest, drinking in a view of the Midlands with its special atmosphere of bog, river and mountain beautifully evoked by Broderick. Then she notices the figure of a white-haired man gently catching and cupping in his hands a falling leaf. The old man's name is Willie Ryan, and his history is disclosed gradually throughout the novel. First, a victim of his brother Michael's precocious sexual advances, this brother now having become a shambling, queasily hypocritical, successful businessman largely thanks to the shrewish energy of his wife. He then falls in love with a more sophisticated neighbour, Roger Dillon. Ironically, Willie only reluctantly accepts the sexual side of this relationship as the price he must pay for that love. Eventually, he becomes part of a circle of similar young men surrounding the more promiscuous Roger. Inevitably, it is the most outrageous of these who blows the whistle, causing a scandal that brings matters to the attention of the local priest, Father Mannix. Willie and Roger continue to meet in secret, although the strain tells heavily on Willie, driving him to an overindulgence in drink. Clumsily trying to mend his fences with his sister-in-law, who herself has had a crush on Roger Dillon, which adds the sharpness of jealousy to her spiteful nature, he tries to kiss her. She sees an opportunity to dispose of her unwanted brother-in-law, cries rape, and Willie is hunted out of the way to a convenient mental institution. That this was a common occurrence in Irish life in the 20th century, when troublesome relatives were labelled insane and tucked out of sight, is confirmed by first-hand accounts like that of Hannah Greeley's autobiography, Bird's Nest Soup. Willie's love affronts conventional society and must be extinguished or hidden away. At the opening of the novel, Willie has unobtrusively slipped out of the asylum after 25 years incarceration and made his way home to die, in a rather pathetic detail removing his shoes as he passes through his own village so as to not arouse the suspicion of his former neighbours. His nephew Chris affords him shelter, and once it becomes clear that he is not in fact mad and probably never has been, the family are left